Review one of my own games before tryharding in today's stream. I was playing Snapfire here. Oh, wait, why are we looking at Drow? I was playing Snapfire here, and this is the game I played off stream. And the team was relatively nice, pretty communicating. Mars was not a normal mid player, but he did his best, and that's fine. We went for like this death ball strat, and I think what I want to emphasize in this video is one, looking for mistakes I made, but two, kind of emphasizing what the enemy team did correctly and kind of what we did a little incorrectly to lose this game, because we were actually in a good spot. Let me show the graph real quick. So like how the enemy team, specifically the Luna, played against a death ball strat that we were starting to pull ahead, but what Luna did was to farm very efficiently and end up way ahead of us, and kind of, along with some team plays they did that we didn't do, lost us the game. Hello, Rivolo. So let's see, let's look into that. So let's start with my laning stage. We got to play against Centaur here. It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot to use the E on Centaur. But I thought with the Drow, maybe it's still worth it to subtract the armor and then Drow hits him. I messed up that deny. I thought I had a little bit more time. Maybe I could have gotten another tango sooner. Maybe I could have started with 2 sets of tangos even. I know, actually, I think just buying another set's fine. Yeah, so we were doing like a solid amount of damage here. Ooh, I almost died to Centaur there. Pretty scary. This was a lane that Drow wanted to play more aggressively in, and this is like one of my weaknesses where I feel like sometimes I'm not aggressive enough. I don't know why I'm not salving here. I think I wanted to salve the Drow. Does she have her own? She does not. So I think that's what I was going for. Got the Centaur. Ooh, okay, so this was a big mistake I made. I remember this. So let's actually zoom out here. I stacked this camp, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not. I was thinking about, because we were pushed up here, and I was like, maybe, do I want to stack? Or do I want to pull the hard camp? I can't make it to the small camp because the small camp wasn't even spawned yet. So I could pull this hard camp. And in hindsight, I think this was a mistake. And even Drow was like kind of unhappy that they were able to use it, because now this is a stacked camp that they can use. So this particular pull might work out a bit because it does help to fix our equilibrium. But one, I don't know why I had no health, because I just never salved. I never used my salve. This was a big mistake on my part. So I end up salving. They get the creep wave anyways. Got my salve canceled kind of early. So it did fix equilibrium. So in regards to that, we're good. It did kind of give them the wave, but if we go back to when I did the pull, so I pulled here. If I didn't pull, the wave goes up to here, and I think they get the full wave anyways. So in regards to them getting additional resources, I kind of burned myself stupidly, so that part's bad. But they didn't really get any of the hard camp yet, and they just got the wave and equilibrium's fixed. So that part is okay, I think. But what having a stacked hard camp did lead to is this, where Invoker can now pull, and we have a very short time to contest because they have the Hellbear Smasher. I mean, it was a little unlucky on what spawned, I guess, but any hard camp will kill the wave, as I made the video showing. And now, even though I'm trying to do like my own pulls, my own stack, they have this stacked hard camp screwing up our own equilibrium. So the equilibrium I fixed with that hard camp pull is now ruined with that same hard camp that the Invoker used. And maybe I could have stopped him from pulling. Let's just look back at that again real quick. I kind of don't think I could because I got my stuff canceled. Oh no, maybe I could have. So what was I doing instead? I was getting harassed a bit. I should have walked. I kind of was trying to walk over quickly. But maybe if I paid attention more to the time, instead of being down here, I could have been up here. And I could have stopped this pull. Then I wouldn't have been able to stack. But arguably, that's okay, because equilibrium would still be over here. So that's one pull he got to use to now fix equilibrium up here for them. I kind of messed up my cookie. Kind of did like a half pull for them, so that was a bit awkward. I don't remember if we were saying like fight there or not. But in the end, yeah, look how many... This is like the third wave that's now fighting at this hard camp. Drow's missing out on stuff. And we're able to kill them like this, you know? So I think a normal laning stage would have been better. because they don't have the best armor. It is annoying to hit them because of Retaliate, and Invoker has like a bunch of regen, but we can just straight up kill them with all the negative armor and physical damage. And I think that favors a normal laning stage rather than this stuff. So I think stack pulling this hard camp was a big mistake on my part. Even though I did end up blocking the camp eventually, I think it was too late. That was multiple waves that got screwed up on our part. So I think that was my biggest mistake in the laning stage. This going under their tower is kind of okay for us. I think that helped make it not so bad. But Centaur did still come in for a couple creeps. I don't know. In the end, I think I wish I hadn't done this pull, this stack pull. Or I wish I had pulled it, but not stacked it. So I could have waited a little longer and then pulled it this way. So I pulled at like 55 this way to stack pull. I think I just pull at like 30 seconds or a minute, whatever it was, so that I get the hard pull, but I don't stack it. And if this isn't a stacked hard camp, I think it's easier for us. They don't have so much power on their side. Okay, so that's for the laning stage. I'm not worried about that. I kind of want to skip forward to when we start death balling. So around now, we were feeling pretty good. We established a lead. Looking at net worths, we have the 3 out of 4 top spots. But you'll notice Luna is actually in the top spot right now. I mean, barely. We are getting a 15-minute Roche, which is really nice. And I think my team got into this mindset like, oh, we can just try to end really quickly. I don't know if we had to, though. But I was kind of down to try. Like, heck, we have a team that's communicating. We're talking. Why not give it a shot? So we pick up this Aegis, and let's see what we start doing. And what I want to highlight is this Luna will constantly farm away from whatever we are doing and try to keep up or get ahead of us. And because we are death balling, we're always splitting resources. And yes, we do take towers and possibly get kills, which give bonus like golden XP to the team, but creeps are worth a lot. And if you're splitting all of those while someone else, we're splitting it 5 ways while Luna's getting it by herself, that can hurt. So we help Drow do the stack here, and then I think we're going to start death balling. I think she was like finishing an item or something. Or maybe she just wanted the stack, which is probably pretty reasonable. Ooh, looks like I had a bad ult. Let's not look at that. Okay, so we see the Luna. We try to get her, but she gets out. And then we ended up a little awkward. And this is going to happen a lot, where one of us is going to get caught out every time we're trying to do a group play. So in this case, it wasn't too big of a deal. But I feel like that trend did happen several times. So Luna TP'd bottom, started farming here. So Drow tried to go over, and we started trying to make our way down there, but get kills like along the way. And Luna immediately like runs away from where we are going and starts farming solo. So look at all this stuff she's getting by herself. This whole jungle. While we are frequently splitting resources. I don't know why we aren't grouping right now. We have the Aegis. Maybe we should have grouped a little sooner. Maybe we were trying to finish this Manta first. I kind of forget. Played 2 days ago. So I sort of remember it, sort of don't. Okay, so we're all grouped up bottom. Then someone TP's mid. The whole time, Luna's been free farming. She's even got some stacks. Drow was farming by herself for a bit, so that part wasn't too bad. That's why Drow's still somewhat close. But Luna is like doing what Luna needs to do. She's getting tons of golden experience. She probably should make her way to the top lane right now. But I think this is still overall okay for her. And we start taking towers. Our team was feeling okay about this. Like, I think we thought we were winning. And I guess we are. We're like 4K ahead. But I don't think we were as ahead as we thought. Especially because this Luna was free farming. And I kind of had that feeling. But Drow was really confident that Luna would not be an issue. That with the shard, even late game Luna would just die to Drow. Which maybe that still would have happened. And that's where like our misplays come into action. So this dive, I think it was a little too deep. I think we should just be going for the tower. We said that as well. We were just like, this is too far, just get the tower and move on. So here's where we start death balling, I guess. After we lose Aegis, that's kind of funny. I guess we got 2 towers out of Aegis. I think we probably wanted to get more. I think we wanted to get like the whole map. because we have a Drow and like Visage Snapfire. I think we can take towers. I think we were a little slow with that Aegis, in hindsight, now that I'm watching this replay. I guess we went bottom. Is pushing T2 top better than pushing Dire T1 bottom? Thinking about it now. Let's see, when we got that Roshan, I think all the tier 2 towers are up, and only the bottom T1. The issue is, it's only 15 minutes, which means it is kind of hard to kill tier 2s. But debatably, they're more important than this bottom tier 1. I think we came to this bottom tier 1 because Drow was down here farming, which I think is okay. Like, get the tier 1 tower, get some extra gold, a little, your heroes become a little stronger, makes it a bit easier to take tier 2s. So I don't mind going bottom tier 1 first. Because it's so early in the game. Drow is doing a solid amount of damage to tier 2s. But I mean, this is later in the game than when we would have gone. She was like 3-4 levels weaker when we got Aegis. So she didn't even have like the level 2 ult. So here we're getting like all these towers, but Luna is still like solo farming. So like, that's what I mean. She's getting all this individual golden XP. While, yeah, we're doing well. Yeah, our team's up. But for all the towers we have, and for the Roshan, we're actually only 3k up. And I think we let Luna take, like, top. Maybe mid. I already don't remember what happened to them. But I think it's probably not that great that we gave up those towers. Even though there's, like, one tower left to get. I skipped forward a bit. No, skipped a little forward a little too far, but we got the tower, I guess. And notice where Luna is. 4 of us top. Luna's, like, sprinting down here. Her TB was on cooldown. She's farming very efficiently, doing like little tricks like this. And she is 3 levels above Drow. So I think our team is about to start throwing here soon. And that's kind of what I want to see. And I believe this is one of those very fights coming up here. Okay, so real quick, thinking about our team. Drow, Visage, and I. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on Visage. But at least Drow and I are backline heroes. And then Mars and Axe want to be in the front. If we look at our vision, look how we're positioned right now. Drow is here. Visage and I are here. And Mars is here. And then Axe is like back here. So if you think about us needing to be the backline, like these... Let's say Visage is the backline hero. I think Visage kind of is. So if if we are the backline... And then our one frontliner's here, one frontliner's here. That means the fight needs to be approaching from this direction. But that doesn't make much sense because we're the Radiant. And the Dire, let's switch. So the Dire's coming in from this way. So where's our front line? Our front line's here, but then our back line is here, which means they're approaching from the same angle as both, which means we're not really a back line right now for this fight coming up here. So they start a fight coming up here. And if it's not right here, then it'll happen eventually. So, here's our front line. We'll recap. Front line here, Mars. 2 backline heroes. Other frontline hero. Most of our damage is Drow, and she's not anywhere near here. So I think this is the start of our fall, where we took several fights like this, and we're just like not in a good position. Whereas look at their position. So you got your damage dealer, Luna, backline support, you got frontline Centaur, active hero Ember, and then support Invoker. Part of his job is finding people to kill, so I don't mind that he's in the front. He's going to fall back here in a second, I would guess. So they find our frontline Mars, and then Visage is like kind of in the back. So they're getting to kill one of our backline heroes right away. I end up ulting here. I think it was a bad idea. We do catch the Invoker. The Visage was worth way more than the Invoker, I think. And he gets killed really quickly. Invoker buys back. So now we have like an okay initiation. Team damage still not even here. I think at the time we still felt this was okay because this was Luna, BKB, and Ultimate. And look, she's level 19 compared to our 16 Drow. Even though we have been in full control of this game, I don't think we actually were. And so like by the time Drow is here, we're down 2 heroes. a lot of our major spells are used, and so she doesn't really get to do anything. And then Luna even ditched early, and she's like straight back to farming. I think Luna played it pretty well. So after that fight, I think we were still feeling like relatively confident, but we still had some issues. I think I was starting to feel the issue. That I was like, I think Luna's a little stronger than we're giving her credit for. So we knew Roshan was up. That was our next objective. Look where we all are. Look where Luna is. Luna is down here free farming while 5 of us are up here. I think this was part of our problem. Death balling is like kind of okay, but you also need to be pressuring their carry. And Luna was just free farming this whole time. I think we wanted a pick here to then force Roshan. And once again, like, Mars is going to get caught. This is very similar to the last fight, right? So Mars is here. Mats Tendai, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. 8 months. Wow, that's crazy. So Mars is going to get caught out once again. Where's our backline? 3 backlines together. Front line over here. Let's take a look at the enemy. So yeah, Centaur's in the back. But where do you have? You have 2 backline damage here. Your active guy, your guy finding the pickoffs here. So their formation for this fight is a lot better than ours. They're going to almost kill Mars here, I think, again. I screwed this up, guys. I was trying to, like, D-ward to, like, remove vision in the fight. I think it took too long. So our front line's dead. They're already on our back line. 3 of our backline heroes. Axe TP's in, but, like, look where they are. We're in between each other, or the enemy is in between us, and that's really bad for our team fight formation, and it's, like, okay for theirs. And I remember Drow asking, like, I need help, but I mean, how, you know? Because our backline is totally screwed up, and our front line is, one frontliner is dead, and one's over here. So our fight is, like, just really bad, and that's kind of what I feel like lost us this game. Not just the Luna getting farmed, but us just, like, being a little slower than the enemy team to get these pickoffs. We tried a couple times, but there were others I remember where someone, like me or someone else, would be like, we should smoke, we should go. But every time, like, someone would be a little slow to it. And then in that time, one of these fights would break out where the enemy team is ready and they get a much better fight while we are in a terrible form. And I think we just threw, like, after that. Like, at this point, the game is even. Let's look at the graph again real quick. I think we're around here now where Luna, you know, she's just getting more and more farmed, higher level than us. And we've kind of missed our window a bit. We have all the tier 2 towers, but we never broke high ground. I think we finally just sneak Roshan because we see Luna bottom, and we decide to just go for it. Luna is now 5 levels ahead of Drow. This was really scary, actually. I remember being scared because we didn't see anything. So how do we lose this? We have Aegis, but we aren't even that far ahead. No, I haven't played today yet. We're just we're doing this review of my game I played yesterday, or 2 days ago, and then I'm gonna start queuing up. This is gonna be a video. So once again, how's the fight breaking out? Our front line. I'm not trying to flame the guy. I'm just saying, like, this is how the game ended up breaking out. Front line getting caught out. How's their formation? The 2 active guys in the front. You got a frontliner here. Where the heck's Luna? Okay, Luna's not here. But what about our team? Drow and Axe, part of their front line there, and then 2 backline heroes kind of in between. So, like, we are always in, like, this, like, line instead of, like, a straightforward. All my ults were bad because I always, like, panic use them a bit, thinking, like, oh, they're killing the Mars, like, I need to dissuade them a bit, but then I never get to use the damage from my ultimate. Not that it fully mattered because a lot of our damage was the Drow. Luna notices we're all down there and that we have Aegis, and so she just decides, okay, I'm going to go top and farm efficiently again, while the 5 of us split resources and kill, like, an Invoker position 5, or a position 4 Invoker. But he's, like, doing the worst on their team, so, like, that kill was the most useless kill we could have gotten. I think we're going to go high ground here, but I don't have my ult. And Centaur didn't have his ult. I think that's why we felt okay to go here. Let's see how this fight breaks out. I don't fully remember this part. I think I wanted Drow to just hit this alone, but it's kind of scary, right? Because Drow is actually only level 18, and you have, like, a level 22 Luna, an Ember, a Centaur with Blink. So, like, she could be killed really quickly, and we don't actually have that much save. So it's pretty scary, especially with Invoker respawning. see. All right. So just look at the formation of our team right now. We didn't get this high ground push. That's okay. We have Drow. We have me. We have Visage, Mars, and we have Axe. And look at their team. They're like together here. Invoker. Luna at this point, she doesn't care. She can be on the front line. She's no longer like scared of anything, really. She can be up here. Ember. Lich over here. They're like much more cohesive together. And I think at this stage in the game, it's really bad to split up like this unless you know exactly where they kind of are. And we sort of see them, you know? But if they like suddenly beeline to one of our heroes, we're like not prepared. So I think we're trying to get together again. Now they end up splitting up a little bit. See, this constantly happens, and that's why I feel like whoever makes the first move often wins. Because if you can group up and go, like, everyone always ends up scattering to farm efficiently in NA anyways. And it just doesn't work out so well. Unfortunately, I think we did smoke under their vision. Ooh, this is kind of sneaky. Hold on, guys. Do you need... Ah, I like this. I haven't seen this forward spot. We just learned something, guys. That's pretty good. Axel, let me answer that in a question. I'm almost done with this, and then let me respond to that. So we smoke. It doesn't work out, but they all backed. Like, Luna got home immediately once she thought a fight might break out, and they are, like, in a good formation, and with only Invoker out a little bit, which maybe he shouldn't because he doesn't have buyback. But again, he is the hero who, like, should find others and should be, like, backing... like sneaking out in front. We are scattered again, but we do kill this Invoker, I think. And then how do we lose? I think at this point we just like weren't stronger. We saw Ember go bottom, but he's gonna have a remnant, so we knew we couldn't actually do it. Or like we knew it wasn't like really like he was gone. We killed the Centaur pretty quickly. Actually, I was feeling okay at this point. So how do we throw this fight? I think they're just stronger than us. We're like trying to kill this Luna. And she straight up just doesn't care because she's so strong. Okay, this ult is not the best from her. Right? Like, I think Drow went a little too far up. And our fight is just like horribly awkward at this point. We kind of just lost to like 3 heroes here. But it's because, like, the 3 heroes were way better than we were. Specifically, this Luna. She's 5 levels over Drow. Or 4 levels, I guess. Now 5 levels. And she was really farmed. But I think we also just took, like, a poor fight there. Along with our formations and stuff. So, I think that's going to be the end of the video. We lose the game from here. They kind of just, like, go down and they're way stronger than us. I think we just missed our timing, and I think those 2 fights that happened here, where both times it was like Mars here, and then the back line here, and then Axe way off somewhere else, I think that helped keep them in the game, along with us not going on Luna. So how for me to learn from that? I think death balling is okay. And for you guys who might be watching, if you are death balling or not death balling, I think the enemy carry really needs to look to farm wherever the other 5 are not. So when we were top, Luna's bottom, free farming. And they try to stall out top a little bit without dying too much. They try to push out mid as well. They try to be as efficient as possible while delaying us as safely as possible. And then Luna is just getting as farmed as possible. So I think a mistake we made was not being fast enough when we got that 15-minute Roche. We didn't like push towers till way later. And we didn't slow Luna down at all with our movement. She always just TP'd to the other side, and then we're just like, okay, we'll let her farm now. We're going to go down here. But I don't think it was good enough. But then, like, combined with the fights, I think that was the issue overall. So in the future, I think I have to either be faster with the death ball push, or make sure we keep aligning our 5-man path with where the enemy carry is. Because if the enemy Lich gets farmed, I don't care about that. It's the Luna getting huge that's an issue. So I think we have to keep running at the Luna if we have the heroes to do so. I don't think we had to take it so fast anyways, but... and then finally, I just need to, like, talk to my team and make sure we are trying to make the first moves and not split out so awkwardly like this on their half of the map, right? The backline is on their half of the map while we're, like, awkwardly scattered. If we do that on our side of the map, it's a little easier just because it's our half of the map. But on their half of the map, it's very hard to reposition and, like, teleport around and stuff. So I think that's kind of why I lost this game. And hopefully that was useful for you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.